on. Holy crappy. So I'm going to start with the abduction and what's that? The abduction of Felicia Prusha and Winshay Barrett by Davian Bryan, and also the fact that both girls have been found alive. Both girls have been reunited with their family, and I'm sure everybody has, heard some form of that story. Different things coming out, with that story. However, their abductor is still missing. There's a $200,000 reward that's being offered by Crime Stop Jamaica for his whereabouts. So if I was him, I'd stay in the bushes, because anybody catch a glimpse of him, them all kill him. He'll be dog meat. And if him go jail, them all kill him in a jail. But I've heard a couple of interviews, and I've heard a couple of voice notes. There's one with his mother where she's actually begging the police and begging other people in the community to not harm him if they catch him. And it's not that she didn't want them to harm him so that he could go to court and face justice. She's saying they should not harm him because he didn't harm the girls that he abducted, because the girls were discovered alive. That is her thinking. That is her thought process. And I understand that as a parent, you don't want anything to happen to your child. However, when your child is evil incarnate, you have to have a different mindset. In her voice note and her interview, she never apologized to the families of the girls that were abducted for what her son did to them. She never showed any remorse on the behalf of her son or anything of that nature. She's just looking out for her son and, asking them not to harm him or anything of that nature. This isn't his first brush with the police. At the time when he abducted the girls, he was actually out on bail. And he was out on bail for rape, illegal possession of a firearm, and illegal possession of ammunition. And he absconded bail, right? There's also a interview with the father, and the father was talking about how much money he's had to spend on lawyers for the last case that he's charged with. So the last case in Portland, the lawyer charged the father $500,000 Jamaican in order to represent him to get him bail. The father so far has paid $140,000 of the $500,000. And yet here the father is right now, he was actually helping them to look for him, for the son. So now the father is going to be out all that money that he can't afford, and he keeps spending money on different court cases for the son. Him claims that the son have mental issues. Him claims that him keep talking to the son and, asking him not to get into trouble, not to do anything. And the son keeps telling him, yes, assuring him that he's not going to get into trouble. He's not going to do anything. And then he was surprised to hear that it was his son that abducted the two girls. The other thing that happened was there was a man that was attacked and killed in a case of mistaken identity. I think his name was Levi. His name's Levi. Was attacked and killed by residents in Landui, St. Thomas. Now, he was in an area that he didn't live in. People saw him, knew that he wasn't from the area. They stated that he resembled or looked like the man on screen in the bushes. and they chased him, beat him, stab him up and something. By the time the police come to rescue him and thing, it was too late. They took him to the hospital. It was too late, so he succumbed to his injuries. Again, Davian is still on the run, and there's a $200,000 reward out for him. There's a couple other girls that are still missing, but they're not related to him because they're in different parts of the island. But, you know, the good news is that these 2 girls that he abducted, they were found relatively unharmed. They're still scarred. They still had to go to the hospital. I'm sure there's still going to be, you know, psychiatric help that they will need to get because of what happened. But at the end of the day, they were found alive. And that's one of the most important things for him. So let's see. Enid says, I catch her if you slap off our fears. Enid, yeah, get violent. And what's this? She said, so if him sick, why the family doesn't seek help? Big lie. I don't know, because in listening to the father's interview, he never stated that they tried to have him get help. All he keeps talking about was the amount of money that he has spent and the amount of work that he's had to do to get the money to spend on lawyers to get his son out of jail all the time. And him family members keep telling him that he's an idiot for spending that much money to try to get a boy out of trouble who's always in trouble. Right? So, I don't know how that I go. Like, I mean, some people don't want to see that their kid have issues and try to help them that way. They'd rather spend money on lawyers and other stuff as opposed to try to spend money on psychiatrists or whatever. Because, you know, if you have mental problems and you need psychiatrists, you're weak as a man. That's the thinking. So it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting, but enough for him. If and when he gets captured, hopefully during this week, I'll let you guys know, and you'll find out on the various media programs. But it was just interesting with all that's happening down there, and the fact that as soon as they found one girl, the other one went missing, and there's all kinds of story as to how or why the other one could have gone missing. But at the end of the day, both girls were found alive. So